the problems get so small. We break up with lovers and friends, make love to the rumors instead.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more God of War 3. Finally, getting into the final stretch here. Man, this has been a real struggle. As you guys could hear from the last couple episodes. I don't know what's been wrong with these videos, but they have not been making it easy on me. So here we go, we're about to get ready to take out the 3 judges. This is the last major event before we finally take on Zeus. Which you'll see here, I just gotta make my way around to each of their heads, destroying the onyx that powers them. And then from there they'll let go of the chains, and then I just break the chain of balance, and then that's about it. But yep, there goes 1 judge down and 2 to go. Sorry if you guys hear some like awkward shuffling and stuff. This is me resituating myself, because I've been laying in the same position recording these videos for like the last half an hour or so now. Like honestly, I was supposed to have been almost done with these by now, but just because of all the extra stuff I have to go through, I've still got all the rest of this video to go. Because originally I planned on starting these like almost an hour ago, and it should have taken me just over an hour to get them done, but like trying to do this has just been completely ridiculous. And for some reason those sirens are really weird with the way they take damage. And as promised here, I'm finally back at this part where I said I'd come back to this so you guys could actually read it. Because I can't remember what it was if the first time I either like went past it or just like quickly skimmed over it. I think I may have just quickly skimmed over it without actually paying attention. But yeah, these are the 3 judges. And then this is me just going back quickly over everything I missed the first time. And there goes the 2nd judge down. They're Radamanthus, Minos, and something else. I can't remember the 3rd judge's name. It probably just said it there, but I actually wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I really like how they incorporate Norse mythology into the 3rd game. Like, I really like what they do with it. Because Norse mythology is extremely complex as well, just as Greek mythology is. Like, Greek mythology is pretty complex, but like, I don't think it goes as in-depth as Norse mythology does. Like, both of them have a lot of aspects to them, but I don't think Greek mythology is quite as detailed. Now, if you were to ask my preference, I'd probably go with Greek mythology just because I've been interested in so much longer, and I've been learning about it basically since like 6th grade was the first time I took a class over it, and I just enjoy it more. But I'm sure Norse mythology could be just as interesting if I like delved further into that and actually like took the time to like study more of the lore and the specifics. Like, I know some things, like some of the gods' names. I know about the world serpent and the world tree, the 9 realms, Thor, Odin, Loki, Balder, to name a few of the gods I know. And I know about Odin being the All-Father and like his 2 brothers. Just some things that I've learned both over the years and from the short time I've been playing the game. So I know like a lot of the general stuff of it, but not too many of the specifics. Like, I know many, many, many of the stories from Greek mythology, and I know a lot about nearly all of the gods of Greek mythology. Now, off the top of my head, it would take a while for me to like tell you all the stuff that I know, but like, um, if I were to be asked like specific questions about stuff, or just like, if I started just like talking about stories I know, then I could do that. And right there, I don't know why I stopped punching this chain and started trying to use the magic ability. You'll find that a lot of times you're wasting your time trying to use the Nemean Cestus's Nemean Roar thing, unless you're using it specifically against like enemies. Because like, basically if you're trying to break stuff with it, just don't even bother. And if you're fighting an enemy made of onyx, like the statues, you might as well just keep punching them. Like, I'm pretty sure it's probably quicker to just punch them. Okay, so as you can see there, the 3 kings, judges, whatever, they've all been taken care of, and now I'm flying back up, preparing for the final battle. Which honestly, I think the final battle in this game is probably like one of the longest like final boss fights I've seen, just because of all the different like stages it goes through. Like, I don't think I've seen very many boss fights that has like that many stages and transitions of it as this one does. Because like, you start off on Olympus, like here in the Flame of Olympus room, and then you go through your fight with Zeus here, and then you fight inside Gaia, you fight him as a spirit, you like go on that spiritual journey, then you come back out and finish him off as a spirit, then you fight him again as a physical being. It's just a lot. Also, I'm just really hoping that God of War answers all of my questions from this game. Because there's so many things, like from the end of this game, that were just never explained. Like, what happened to Kratos, what happened to Athena, you guys will see at the end. I don't know if you guys haven't seen all of this game before, but like, if you haven't, I feel like you probably should have by now, and like, I appreciate you watching my playthrough of it if you have already seen it, but I'm trying not to say too much just in case there are those of you who haven't seen it. And also, I'm not trying to talk about any of the specifics of God of War, just my opinions on some of the stuff I've seen so far. Also, I think I was climbing in place just then because I was saying something dumb to Josh about either how it looked or how it sounded with him climbing. Like, I can't even remember what I'm doing, like, the majority of the time with this. And also here, I think I was just making fun of the way he jumps forward, like his little ape lunge. And then there, that was just me coming back to all these hidden chests back here. And I'm pretty sure you guys can see it there, but you see like all little gold specks fluttering around? It makes it seem like you're missing something in that room, but I think that's just there to be there. Because I'm pretty sure when you first go in, it looks like it's just a wall, but it's not. And Josh wanted me to go back in because he was like, but what's that golden chest? Why does it look different from all of the others? And I'm like, Josh, literally all it has in it is orbs. And he's like, but it's different. And I'm like, I know it's different, but it still just has orbs. And so I went back just to prove it to him, because literally, as you guys have seen before, those are just the chests that have like the Minotaur horns, the Phoenix feathers, and the Gorgon eyes. But once you collect the max amount of each individual one, then the chest, instead of containing one of those items, it'll just have orbs for you. And here I just put turning the flame at 2 times speed because it takes a really long time for you to actually turn it. It's not super long, but like it's just a little bit unnecessarily long in my opinion. So I just sped it up a little bit for you guys there. Because I'm pretty sure originally, before I put that at 2 times speed, this video was actually at a little over 20 minutes, but now it's like just under 20 minutes. So that goes to show you like it's pretty excessively long. And here we are raising the labyrinth, and we're about to get into like a pretty big like cutscene in the game. Like this is a pretty major component of it. Like I know it's ending, but honestly this is one of the most important scenes in the game. And it's so weird how like complex everything is in this game. Like if you see like every single aspect of everything we've spent all this time breaking down, you go back and watch God of War, and then God of War 2 to God of War 3, there are just so many things that Kratos spends so much time doing that intertwine with so many other things that he does later in the games that is just ridiculous. And then there's so many like gods and stuff that he meets in the first game or that he'll fight within the first 1 to 2 games and stuff, just to like build up to all this. It's insane. And also Josh and I laughed really hard at that part, just like with her face right there, like just the faces she was making at Kratos and the way he just looked at her. And also I don't know why she had that same awkward breathing audio, I guess, but just over and over again. But I'll stop talking now for the remainder of this.
I will find another way.
No, Kratos. There is no other way. Let me go!
No, child!
I am not a child! You're hurting me! Kratos, help!
Put her down, Zeus! Your obsession with this thing has become somewhat of a nuisance, my son. Release the girl, Zeus! Don't confuse this object, this construction of Hephaestus with your own flesh and blood. But perhaps you already have, Spartan. Your quest for Pandora, your pathetic attempt for atonement from the family you slaughtered, has caused nothing but havoc on Olympus. Look around at what you have done. I see only what I have come to destroy. Taking pity on you has been my greatest mistake, Kratos. Just as taking pity on this thing will prove to be your greatest mistake. This has nothing to do with her! It has everything to do with her! Put her down! As you wish.
And so here we go fighting Zeus now. And Josh actually got like mad at me at this part because the way I was fighting, because a long time ago I triggered him fighting him in Mortal Kombat. This was literally at least a year or 2 ago. Because just to troll him, I would spam uppercuts, or I'd play as Noob, and you guys know, like for those of you who have played Mortal Kombat 9, you know how irritating Noob can be with his shadow. And so, just to please him, I started mixing things up. But like really, all I'm doing is playing this guy just so you can mainly see the story and like the boss fights and how to get to where the chests are. Like, I'm not playing this to make the fights entertaining, really, or else I would have just played it in the normal mode. I'm playing it in such a way that I could get through the game as quickly and relatively as easily as possible, while also making it somewhat entertaining. Because as you guys will see, the level of difficulty I experienced in God of War 2018 is much different from the level of difficulty I experienced from what you guys can see. And had I recorded this the second time I beat it, so the time just before this one, then you guys would have seen I struggled way more the second time than this time. Like, that very first Poseidon fight alone, I died probably, I think 2 times, maybe 3. And also, it took me like twice as long to get through. Also, piece of the muse's booze got clipped off there. I mean, kind of sad. Also, you can see a lot more of like Kratos' old wounds and stuff, like healed up more in God of War 2018, especially that scar on his stomach. It doesn't look so recently stitched together. I'm gonna be quiet again now though.
Stop her, Kratos! Do not let her into the flame!
This is what I am meant to do! You know that! Please!
Hush!
Kratos, you know this is the only way!
Don't listen to her, Kratos. For once in your pathetic life, don't fail. Don't fail her like you failed your family. Pandora! Power to kill a god. Empty! After all you have sought, after all you have sacrificed, it ends in another stunning failure!
Magic clothes, you gotta love them. 1 second they're gone, the next second they're there. That's actually something that I really like thinking about his clothes though, that he can just magically like equip his armor and stuff whenever he wants to, having like reached full godhood, the armor that makes him deal double damage and take half as much damage, like he can just like casually equip that. But yeah, that last part that you guys saw, that honestly makes me really upset. Also, I don't know why I didn't skip this save here. That's just there. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, that last part really irritated me when the box was empty, especially the very first time I ever saw it, and definitely the second time because I was just remembering it again. But in the next one, we're going to go ahead, finish off taking out Zeus, and until then, as usual, hope you guys have been enjoying, and if you have, don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.